Yes, mate, how's it going? My name's Lee, and welcome back to the FPL Punk YouTube channel, where we try to dominate FPL one game week at a time. So in today's video, we're going through my team selection for game week 24, and we'll try to highlight several players and several transfer targets as we work our way through. If you enjoy FPL content, please subscribe to the channel down below. Anyway, let's rock and roll. Right, mates, first up we've got the goalkeeper and the defence, and I've opted for Ariol in goal. However, he is flagged. He only played 45 minutes against Man United, so I might need to make a decision here. Matt Turner also like has been dropped by Forest, so I may need to take a hit or even use my free transfer in that goalkeeper slot. Might be worth just kind of skipping that. Goalkeepers aren't keeping a lot of clean sheets, they're not getting a lot of points. I might just kind of skip this one, to be honest. I've opted for Saliba, Trippier and Porro in defence, leaving Ben White and Estupiñán on the bench. I like that single Arsenal defender, and Estupiñán looks like his minutes aren't assured. Brighton aren't playing particularly well, they're conceding goals. Estupiñán himself isn't playing particularly well. Away to Spurs, tough game, I'm going to rest him for this one. Saliba in defence. Arsenal are one of the best defences in the league. I'm relatively comfortable and confident playing Saliba away to West Ham. I think it's a decent game for him. Trippier, we all know what he can do. We saw the game last week where they conceded 4 goals and he still got 9 points because he got a goal and an assist, as well as bonus as well. He's just one of those. He ticks away nicely. Solid pick. Even though it's away to Forest and they're a better home side, Forest, I'm confident of keeping Trippier on this team. And if you've got a Newcastle defender or Newcastle goalkeeper, I'd be playing him in this game for sure. Last up, we've got Pedro Porro at home to Brighton. I think this is a good team for both attacking players, and this might benefit Pedro Porro in this game where he might be able to do something from an offensive point of view. They're not keeping a lot of clean sheets, but not a lot of teams are. I'm banking on Porro getting some attacking returns and getting in the bonus. Overall, relatively happy with my defence. I might need to make a big decision in the goalkeeper slot, but it might be worth skipping that. Goalkeepers aren't really keeping clean sheets anyway, so what's the point in taking a hit? Moving on to the midfield, and I've got another yellow flag on Anthony Gordon. Away to Forest. He's playing really well at the minute and he's ticking on very, very nicely for his price point particularly. I'll be keeping him regardless because I've still got some decent games coming up as well. So I will be keeping Anthony Gordon even if he isn't going to play in this game, and I could always bring in Ben White off the bench. I've got a pretty solid bench, so I'm pretty comfortable with that. Onto the 2 City boys on Phil Foden and KDB. I'm a little bit worried of minutes now that everyone's back. Haaland could potentially be back and Alvarez will take minutes off everybody, but home to Everton, it's a real game for all attacking assets, and if Foden and KDB start, I'd be pretty comfortable. I'm pretty confident of particularly some goal returns from both players. Saka away to West Ham. Same again, he's not playing particularly well, but I'm watching the Liverpool Arsenal game now and he scored a goal and he's just ticking all nice. Like, he's just getting goals and he's not getting massive hauls, he's not getting massive returns, but he's just ticking along with those 6, 7, 8 pointers every single week right now. So he's a keep for me for sure. I did consider selling him at one point, even though I just brought him back in. For someone like a Jota, that move to me now doesn't feel worth it. Especially with Liverpool blanking in 26 and Saka having a game in 25 and 26, so it kind of balances itself out. Solid player, he'll keep taking on nicely. If you've got Saka, I wouldn't be thinking of selling right now. Cole Palmer is just by the season absolute beasting and feasting. Away to Palace, tough game, but Palace obviously got destroyed by Brighton 4-1 this weekend, and Palmer, he looks like he's playing this kind of floating around kind of player. He's just really dangerous. He's probably their best player in my opinion. It's like he's been their most informed player and most impressive player this season. On penalties, we all know what he can do. He's in double figures for goals this season now, and if he can play anywhere near that kind of level, I think it's going to cause Palace a lot of problems. Overall, pretty happy with my midfield. There's not a lot of issues in there bar the Gordon flag, but I have got a pretty strong bench to come in and replace Gordon if anything is kind of a miss from that point of view, but overall, pretty happy. Last but not least, onto the forward line, and obviously I've got Haaland, and he's obviously captain. Great fixture at home. Any home game for City is just an easy captain pick for me. And just put it straight onto Haaland. Really solid player. He's obviously going to get minutes this week on the Monday night game, and he'll come into the Everton game flying, and I think he's going to play really well in this one in particular, and he's just such an obvious captain pick. I don't see anyone coming even close to him, and you can see I've got KDB with the vice, because I think there was attacking City assets are just by far and away the best options for that captaincy and vice as well. Alongside Haaland, I've currently got Watkins, and I do have a potential dilemma here that I might move Watkins to something like a Tony. It doesn't really make sense, but with Tony's double game week coming up, I like moving that around, dropping the money down, being able to spread that funds around ever so slightly. I am maybe thinking of a slightly earlier wild card around game week 28 or so, and that would allow me to move Watkins to tone it relatively easily. But that's my team. I'm pretty happy with it overall. I've got a couple of flags that I might need to address, but can't complain. I think the team's going to do pretty well, and I'm hopeful, relatively confident of a green arrow. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my team. Right, mates, that's it for today's video. So today I went for my Game Week 24 team selection, highlighting a few different areas where I can maybe look at different players, try and assess different transfer targets, and really try and focus in on those yellow flags, which might be a bit of a problem for me moving forward. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment down below. Have a good day. Peace and love.